Okay, today I'm demonstrating your new Chaparral unit. Gonna start from the exterior, work our way around to the interior. Let's go. So on your door side, right in front of your main storage compartment, you got a handy outlet right there next to it. And on the inside of your storage compartment, you have your crank for your spare tire. And if you decided you wanted to, because there is a nice TV mount out here between the speakers, there's an outlet and your TV/satellite hookup port right there for it. Next we have one of the two 30-pound propane tanks. This one has a high regulator on the inside, but the main regulator is on the opposing side. I'll show you that in a second. Also on this side we have your nice awning opened up as far as it's supposed to go. Biggest thing is when you see that sticker right there, that's telling you you're fully extended. Don't go any further, you'll wind it back up the opposing way. Underneath your front cap, you have your battery box with the brand new Deep Cycle Marine battery in there. That's your air line for it. You have your inverter back there that powers the residential fridge through the battery alone. So if you're boondocking, that's all you need. It is right here is your solar prep for a portable solar panel. All that'll do is trickle charge your battery, and then you have a nice utility light down here in case you're doing any kind of work on the front end. On your off door side, you have your basic VIN ID information, weight, tire size, cold PSI recommendations, and all your tank and cargo capacities. Over here we have your second 30-pound propane tank, which right behind that is your regulator. It's indicating it's pulling from the opposing tank primarily. So when that tank's completely drained, it automatically pull from your opposing tank, which is this one right here. So nothing you have to do to flip over. It'll work its way to draining both. And they just close like that. So and then on the other side of your storage compartment, you have your battery disconnect for the coach. Above that is an exterior light switch, and next to that is your leveling system. You got to push the up and down arrow at the same time to activate it. Now these arrows will only power the front two jacks. The rest of them you only can power through the auto level system or the interior monitoring panel. It also has a hitch height remembrance system, so that way when you disconnect it, it'll remember where you were, and you push this button and it'll set you right back to that hitch height. And then you have retract all, which you never push, only until you're fully hooked up to your vehicle. Alright, and then we go to your water system. You have an outside shower right here. You got a nice handy dandy winterization port that it comes with the hose inside the unit. So all you have to do when it's time to winterize is hook it up out here, and you never have to put antifreeze bottles inside the coach. Then you have your operation system right here. So a diagram shows you it's set up to this for tank fill, system use, and winterization. City hookup. So we have it currently in system use, so you can see how it is through strictly just your water pump. Also below that you have your water heater bypass. Currently it's on because we did de-winterize the unit, so it is good to go. To the right of that you have a nice utility light, standard outlet for this side of the coach. Then you have your cable satellite hookups for the unit itself. Then you have over here, the biggest thing is because they are the same color, you got to pay attention to the labeling. Top hookup is your black tank flush. Bottom hookup is your city water connection. With your city water connection, you want to make sure you have a pressure regulator valve. It'll keep the PSI between 40 and 50 at all times, so Make sure it's imperative that you have one of those before you hook up to the city water connection. Right here is where the water hoses would come up to hook into there, so you don't have to have the compartment door open at all times. Alright, so next to that we have your furnace exhaust. The biggest thing with that is it tells you it does get hot, so just keep that in mind for any kids or pets. And then to the right of that we actually have your water heater. Biggest thing with this is all you have to do is make sure you have your drain plug plugged into it. And then before you ever turn it on, pull your pressure relief valve to make sure there is water in it, so you don't end up burning up the heating element. Also, it's encased in styrofoam and that can melt, and it doesn't have a pleasant smell. Alright, next we have below, which is your drain hookup. The pull valves are in your compartment up here. So you got your body waste, which is naturally going to be your black tank. Then your liquid waste is going to be your gray and your galley tanks. And they all hook up to this connection right here. Alright, so next to that we have our 50 amp power cord, which will power everything on the unit. This is the coach's cord. It comes with it. You don't ever have to worry about just running one AC at a time. You can run both at the exact same time, no issues. Alright, so on this side we have your range hood exhaust vent. The biggest thing with that is you want to make sure it is open when you're using it. If not, all your smoke from the inside will just blow right back into the coach. So that's one of the biggest things. And then also, which I demonstrated or showed earlier, is the leveling system. It is a 4-point leveling system. The biggest thing with that, I will demonstrate now, is that when you do it, make sure the nose is end up so it can level at grounds first on the front, and then it will ground the back, and then it will slowly individually level out each jack. So it is very important also too to realize that you want to kind of level the coach manually before we're solely relying on the leveling system. Doing so, to do that, it was the front leveling jacks, or the jacks themselves are from front to back. You do the front two jacks side to side. You put some boards underneath your tires to help level it out. And when you do your leveling system, if you're not on a level ground, you might want to put some boards underneath the jacks themselves to help give you something extra to bite into. While it's doing that, we're going to go to your back end, which has your bumper. Sole purpose for your bumper, it'll be used for any kind of spare tire mounts, which you don't really need one because you have a spare tire underneath. Has a hook up for a tow hitch if you want bike racks, anything like that. But your main purpose for your bumper is the sewage line will store right inside the bumper itself. The caps are in that front compartment, which was shown earlier. Also, it does come pre-wired for a backup camera, if you chose to get one. It is very handy. I recommend it to anybody who has never towed a fifth wheel or anything before. It's got a ladder to the roof, so it makes it going up there and checking all your seals and all the lap seal and make sure there's no cracking in that really easy. Then on this side we have our outside kitchen, which I will demonstrate for you. It comes with a mount for I believe it's up to a 50-inch TV if you wanted to put one out here. Granted, I think that's a little overkill, but it's very nice to have. You have your nice grill top here. It has the propane hookup, quick connect. If you can see, it's right behind it, sitting in there. It does hook up directly to the side of the unit. Yeah, it's right tucked hooked up back there. So, and then it has a nice pull-out countertop for you and a refrigerator. This refrigerator strictly runs off DC power. If you're not plugged in, it's not going to work. Only if you have your inverter turned on. Alright, so nice hookups for that. Nice light for up in here. And this switch powers the lights above. Biggest thing with this compartment is the door is pretty big, so keep that in mind. That's why they have the strap hookup on the front, so you don't have to really jump up to get it. And then last part on this exterior is your solid steps. 4-step system. Biggest thing with this system is you want to make sure your entry door is opened all the way. If it's not opened all the way, you can end up hitting the door frame, hitting the screen, damaging it. And all I do is they just go up, they sit right in the frame, lock in place. That'll end the first half. See you back for the second half.